This is going to be a bit of a rant video. A lot of people say, write for yourself. And that's a problem for me, because I can't. I write for others. My entire purpose is to write for others, not for myself. My two main goals are to make people laugh and to make people think. And so here's the deal. When other authors get their book published or self-published or whatever, it's basically they start out, they write the book, and they're like, I got to chapter 1. And they're like, yeah, chapter 1, yeah, I got it done. Wow. They get to chapter 5, they're like, yeah, I got chapter 5 done, man, that's great. And then they get to the end of the book and they're like, whoa, I finished a book. And then they get to revision and they're like, oh my God, this book sucks. Oh my God, how did I write such a bad book? Oh my God. And then they get through revision and they're like, yeah, I made it. And they get to that publishing stage. And whether they send it out or they self-publish or whatever, when that paperback comes in and they get to hold it in their hands, they're like, yeah, this is mine. I did this. This is cool. And when you listen to that, there's a lot of me and I and all about me type thing in there. I know it's not all about them. I know they know it's not all about them. But there's a lot of that. That's a lot of their motivation. And so my motivation is not about me. When I wrote my first book, I got to chapter 1 and I thought, well, chapter 1's done. That's nice. I had someone else read it and they said, this is great. This is hilarious. And I was like, great. That's what I want. I got to chapter 5 and I was like, whatever. And I had someone else read it and they were like, this is amazingly hilarious. And what about this? I'm very confused about this. And I was like, perfect. That's what I want. And I got to the end of the book and I was like, well, at least I don't have to type anymore, right? I didn't care that it was done. I just cared that, my finger's gonna break until editing. And then I edit the book and I'm like, this is crap. I already knew it was crap. And I edit through the book and I'm like, well, at least I can make it a little bit better before it goes out. And I self-published, so I sent it off and it came back as a paperback and I was like, okay, what's next? Because the paperback being in my hand, didn't care at all. I wanted people to read it. For one, so that my time was worthwhile. But for two, so that I could ensure that people were laughing, that it was achieving its goal, that I was able to take the stress out of someone's day, that I was able to make them think, that maybe I could save them from some sort of illogical pattern down the road, be it their own or someone else's. My motivation is to make other people laugh and make other people think. I want to make other people laugh because laughing is good. I want to make people think because people aren't thinking enough. They're not using logic. They're not thinking abstractly. Absurd comedy allows me to play with the intricacies of logic in a way that breaks logic. I allow people to think about broken logic in a context that's safe, so that they can later apply that pattern in reality. It makes it easier for them to see when somebody's telling a lie. It makes it easier for them to see when somebody isn't making any sense. It makes it easier for them to see when they are themselves not making sense. And that didn't happen. I made $20 in a year off of my self-published book. You know, I kept getting more and more Twitter followers. I maybe made 2 sales off of that. So I started some YouTube stuff. And what I thought was, maybe I'm just a bad salesman. Maybe people don't want to pay $3 for absurd comedy. Maybe I can get more people to see it if it's free. Maybe it would be easier for people to pay attention to it or get involved in it if I acted out with my voice, right? I wanted to make an animation, but I don't have those skills. I don't have the technology. I'm using an Ubuntu computer. I don't have a Mac or a PC. I am broke because I'm not making any money off these books, and I left my job to do this because I decided this was my purpose. This is what I want to do. And so I make some YouTube videos. And I've got like 30 up now. Just of my first book. I turned my first book into a series of episodes. And people just aren't watching it. You know, I might have 4 people who are watching it all the way through. 45 or 48 people have seen the first one, which is, I guess that's good. Most of the subscribers that I have, I know those people, either from Twitter or from a forum that I'm in or whatever. It's not doing anything. It's not making the impact I hoped it would. And I don't know what to do about that. And so I'm thinking about making other videos that'll bring people in, that'll make them laugh, that'll make them think, that will be visible, that'll be searchable. You know, doing something like a Let's Play. Or, I don't know, game theories. Stuff about dubstep. I have no idea. Stuff that has nothing to do with writing, nothing to do with my book. Just videos to bring people in so that maybe they'll subscribe, so that maybe they'll see the real reason I'm there. Because videos, the short videos like that, that'll bring people in, that'll be visible and searchable and everything, that aren't in a series, they don't have the long-term context that I need to create to make people think properly. And so I just don't know what to do. Leave ideas in the comments below, subscribe, like the video over here, subscribe over here, comment down below, click videos if you want to. Let me know if you have any ideas how I can increase visibility without money, because people give me these ideas all the time. With money, how to increase visibility. I've got nothing. I don't have a Mac, I don't have PC. Videos are relatively hard to make for me. So, yeah, just let me know if you have any ideas or whatever.